I'm going to show you something that I've been working on. Couldn't get it to work. And I've been tinkering a little bit. And it's this adapter they give you with the original Quantum goggle set. And what its purpose is it's supposed to give you the capability of mounting a front-facing camera. And I never could get it to work. Well, the last time I tried it, I realized what I had done wrong there. Output from this board is straight from the battery, 11.1 volts. And I had used a 5-volt camera, which, needless to say, I cooked. So I decided to order myself a 12-volt camera just to give it a try and see if I could get this thing to work. Well, of course, didn't want to work. The camera would work. When I plugged it in, the camera would work fine in its mode, but I have my little QX90 set here with the camera on, and the front-facing camera works fine. I don't know if you can see it, but the front-facing camera is working fine. What happens is when I switch it to FPV mode, I get nothing but static. And I've been trying to figure out what the problem was. And they give you some, with the original kit, they give you some extra cables. They give you an extra power cable. So you got power to it. This is the DC in. This is the video in, and this is the video out. Well, the video in, this is the original clump of wires that came with it. And if you use the video in, if you use the original wires, static is what you get. But if you pull this video in cable out just a hair, you get FPV. Now, I'm not fond of the thought of flying FPV with this thing hanging out halfway out of there. And I had just purchased the V2 upgrade. I just purchased the V2 add-on kit for the goggles, which gives you the acrylic lenses and gives you some wires, gives you the battery pouch for the back of your strap and things like that. And along with it came this little adapter. And I couldn't figure out what that thing was for. I just figured it was something they threw in there. Well, I got to thinking, so I unplugged this from there and unplugged this original clump of wires, and I came straight from this, which is a wire they gave us, cable they gave me with the original, to here, into there, and guess what? I got FPV. And no cables are hanging half out. Everything is nice and snug. Got the adapter here with the wire that goes to the board. And you got the video out that goes to your screen in here. And you've also got the video out for the front-facing camera. So just by happenstance, now I don't know if Hobby King put that little plug in there for this purpose. It doesn't say anything in the instructions, but it just happens to be the solution to the front-facing camera situation. And of course, we know the higher-end goggles all have that front-facing camera, and it's certainly got to be a nice feature that you can focus locally, pick up your transmitter, you turn, arm your quad or whatever, and then just hit this little button and go straight to FPV mode. And like I say, now all the cables are in nice and snug, and I'd actually be comfortable using this switch. So there's a little something for you. Hopefully that'll be useful for somebody. I'm gonna, and like I say, the nice thing about it is you eliminate this whole clump of wires, which, to me is a big plus as it is. So I'm going to unhook everything, and I'm going to mount all this, and then I'll do another video on how I mounted it and show that off. And anyway, see you in a bit. All right, so I mounted the camera with some double-sided tape, and I mounted the switch up front here. And cut all the wires in, and I got my little QX90 here, and let me just show you how it works. Now, this is the front-facing camera. Hopefully you could see that. That's how the front-facing camera works. You see the quad sitting there, and then if you hit the button, if I can find it, there you go. You get the FPV. This strap is making it very hard to demonstrate this. But there's your FPV. Using my QX90. That's all there is to it. And then hit that button again, and it goes back to front facing. Get the strap out of the way. And that's all there is to it. So that's something that I've been wanting to do, and I just couldn't get it to work. And now I got it to work.